this is Mustard here, and today I wanted to take some time to sit down with you and talk about a move that I think is really going under the radar right now in MK11 Ultimate, and that is Fujin's Pressure Bomb. This is a setup and pressure tool that really complements Fujin's already incredible base kit. You know, he's got one of the strongest base kits in the game. He has just about a bit of everything you could need, and Pressure Bomb simply takes that kit and throws pressure, throws setup, which is very strong in this game, and especially for a character like him to have. I've basically been using this as my one and only form of Fujin since the update dropped. I've played Fujin since launch. I did play a lot of Downburst, but since this, I'm basically running Pressure Bomb and only Pressure Bomb, and I'm having a tremendous amount of fun with it, and I think this is very strong as well. I think there's a lot more scope for this to be used, and I do hope after this video we do begin to see more people giving this move a shot, because it's very tricky at first glance, but with a little bit of kind of, mindset behind it, what you're looking for, know what it can and cannot be used, I think it's very strong in the hands of a good player, and I do hope that you give it a go. So let's have a look and see what the Pressure Bomb is all about. Now, to start off, I'll give you a basic rundown of what the Pressure Bomb is and how it works. It's a one-slot equipable move that has no conflicting abilities with anything that's a base attack, and it can be done with down back 3. It has 3 ranges that you can do with different fuse timers before it blows up attached to it. You can do it short for a short fuse, medium with a medium fuse, and far with a slightly longer fuse and more distance covered. Now, the real difference here is how much your opponent gets launched. As you can see, the normal version launches enough to get a hit. 4-2 is going to be your kind of general go-to pickup a lot of the time, because you can get the restand into whatever you want, or you can just cash out for damage. It's up to you. And if you amplify it, your opponent is considerably higher launched in the air, which still gives you a pickup, but the real difference is the higher the launch, the more time you have to kind of get close enough to pick up. If you really know it's going to hit, you can go for things like jump 2 into 4-2 to get a bit more damage. But the real difference, obviously you could do that tornado if you don't mistime it like I did. But the real difference there is the time you have to see that it's hit and confirming whatever option it is from it. And that's where you can loop this, you can keep damage going, you can keep pressure going. It's really powerful. The next thing you have to keep in mind is the Pressure Bomb will go away on hit and block when it's done normally. If I set the opponent to just do 1, 2, 3 button. If I do bomb and I get hit, disappears. If I do bomb and block, disappears. If I do amplify and hit, disappears. This is the important one. If I amplify and block, it stays. That is going to be the main reason you amplify the Pressure Bomb, is if you do it and you want your opponent to press, or maybe you think they're going to wake up attack, or maybe you think they're going to press in certain situations that I'm going to be showing you very soon. If you think they're going to press, you will do a short version of the bomb, amplify, and then block. Let them do it, and then that's it. Because the 4-2 into bomb is the safest way of setting it up standing, which really gives you that, are you going to press or are you going to not mind game? That on block leads into safe bomb explosion, and on hit leads to a full combo. That is going to be your main point of just, the basics of the bomb. So let's talk about some actual practical applications of it now. So the first thing I wanted to show you, which is what I think one of the most kind of versatile uses, and this is going to be specifically for the amplified Pressure Bomb, right? Because this is going to be really built around that, are they going to press or are they not mind game? And that is the 4-2. This is Fujin's universal restand. We've all seen this 100 times. 4-2, restand into crossbow, into needle, whatever you want. In this case, 4-2 Pressure Bomb is completely safe. It cannot be punished. At least mid-screen, and under a lot of circumstances in the corner, the same kind of thing. So if I take control of Sub-Zero and record, just to show you that this is in fact safe, I'll do medium bomb into block. I'm going to take control of Sub-Zero, and it's not going to be punished. This is a completely safe way of setting up the amplified bomb, which opens up an interesting mind game. So, if I'm playing Fujin, I'm going to be going for 4-2, either close or medium bomb, based on what I think you're going to be doing. If I think you are going to sit there and respect the bomb, I can do things like 4-2 medium amp bomb, back 1-1 on hit. I confirm this into a combo. This is like your real kind of basic go-to, for me at least, into 300 damage. Very nice. You can do 4-2 amplified medium bomb, 2-3 for there to be a low in there. And then that can catch people out, and even if they block the standing 2, they might get clipped by the low, which, we've all seen it happen. And if you've got Skywalk, you can do really tricky things like this, where you do that, and you can still pick up and get a full hit. It really is just a question of you do the medium amp bomb if you think they are going to sit there and respect the bomb afterwards. Because if they do respect the bomb and they block, you can do cool things like this. Back 1-1, nothing, into the same string again. You can do medium bomb into back 1-1. And then you go for this, which you can confirm on hit, and on block you can go for potential plus frames, whether they're going to interrupt it or not. You can do amp bomb to back 1-1 to skywalk. I'll show that now quickly. Back 1-1 skywalk, and then throw. You can do amp bomb, back 1-1 nothing into run up grab. Like, the choices really are yours. You can do dash up down 1 and confirm that on hit into pressure. That's the general gist of it, and you can confirm that too. If you do like back 1-1 on hit, you get the combo and 300 damage, and on block you get something really interesting. Now, if the opponent, what they can do about this is if they read the medium version, is they can press. So if I take control of Sub-Zero again, if I do 4-2 amp middle bomb and press back 1-1 on hit, obviously I get this. If I'm Sub-Zero and I see that, I can go up and punish him. This is not something you could really react to as Fujin. You just have to read what they're going to do, and if I think you're doing the medium bomb, I can run up and I can interrupt, and on hit the bomb goes away and you die. Now, this is the next layer. If I'm playing Fujin and I think that's what you're going to do, I'll do, let me quickly swap this over. What am I doing? I am, okay, custom, here we go. If I do 4-2 close amp and block, this will happen. So if I now record Sub-Zero, or if I record Fujin, 4-2 close amp and block, and I'm playing Sub-Zero and I think it's going to be medium and I press, I think I did a medium amp instead. Hang on, let me just quickly record that properly. Right, there we go. So if I'm Sub-Zero now, and I want to 1-2, I'll get punished on hit. If you are Fujin, and you think they're going to press, you do the close amp, they press, it blows up, they get launched, you combo it, you get a lot of damage for it. And that is your kind of real basic mind game of 4-2. If you think they're going to sit and block, you do a button like back 1-1, 2-3. You can do like back dash forward 4, and on block you get, that kind of pressure, and on hit that will combo too. If they block, you get pressure. If it hits, you get a combo. And if you think they're going to press because that's how they beat the medium version, you do the close version, block, let them press, and then they die. That has been one of the most kind of versatile uses for me so far. That has had a really good success ratio of 4-2. But there are other uses for it that aren't as meter intensive and are a bit more kind of universal for every hit. And we'll go into those now. So with any good setup tool, it's about having as many options as possible so your opponent never really has the time to get comfortable with what you're doing. The last thing you want is for them to think they've figured out one specific setup and then you've got nothing left to throw at them. This is where the pressure bomb also can be useful because it can be used in many more ways than just 4-2. 4-2 is a safe way of setting it up for sure, but it's meter intensive. You have to spend the bar, otherwise it will always go away on block and you'll never get anything for it. If you want to go for the pressure bomb and not spend resources, you just use it as your kind of go-to juggle ender and it will achieve a similar thing. So for example, if I launch my opponent and then do standing 4 medium bomb, this is now on the screen. So you lose a lot more damage, sure, but the bomb is on the screen, and because you recover in time, you can threaten other options. So if I was to go for like 1-2 launch, this into this, back 2 meaty, on block, I'm going to continue to get buttons, and if it hits, you do standing 4 medium, meaty back 2, that hits, it combos, and you can continue with launching with whatever you want. I'll just show that actually working. Meet you with this, hit this, move in, and then you get a full corner carry, restand if you've got the gravity for it, whatever you want, right? The blender continues. Now, if you know they're going to block, you can really threaten them to keep blocking and keep getting hit by it. And if you're against someone that's, like, for example, very roll happy, this will also punish rolls. Standing for this, they roll, you do this, it hits, they've now spent the bar, they can't break, and now you've got the corner. You see what I mean? It's about, you hit them, you do a specific range of the bomb, looking for something specific from them, and if they do it, you hit them for it, and if they don't do it, and they're blocking, you get Fujin with a guaranteed blocked button, which can be a throw. He's got crushing blow throw, so that's dangerous. He's got a counter hit high, which, if he thinks you're going to disrespect the plus frames of the bomb and he goes for this, he can KB. He has options, right? And if he thinks you're going to sit there and block, he can threaten. This could be confirmed. This on block is going to be plus, so it's good for him if you're blocking, is the absolute gist of it. Additionally, if you want them to end closer, because if you end in, like, if you do end in standing for bomb, they are a little bit further away, you can end in back to close bomb. So back to close bomb, they're, like, right up to you. So you can still beat certain options, so maybe turn them off the roll. I'm going to do the back two ender into close bomb, into down one. Bomb will explode on hit, you get it, and on block, you know, down one meaty into bomb. That's going to give you somewhat of a block string. It's really good based on what range you want them to be and what you want from it. Now, when you combine all of these together, you are looking at, you hit your opponent, are you going to end in meterless? You know, are you going to juggle them and then end in a meterless bomb? Are you going to spend the bar in it to kind of bait wake-up attacks? Because that's the next layer. If you have your opponent getting up with actual wake-up attacks, or make them get up with shield heal, for example, this is normally, you know, safe on block wake-ups. You know, some of them unsafe, sure, but as a general thing, up threes are invincible, so they're a lot more harder to deal with. I'll make him auto-block. Having a bomb on the screen, if you spend the bar here, and he wakes up, you know, he's blocking, but it has him blocking. So, for example, let's say he's going to do that. You block, it explodes, and then you continue your game. If he disrespects, he gets hit. If not, whatever. If they wake up two, or they wake up buttons or wake up jump, it's going to explode on them, and you'll have a much higher chance to hit them. And that's if you spend the bar, right? Because remember, spend the bar on the bomb doesn't disappear on block. Very important to always keep in mind. But when you start looking for specific options to beat, your wake-up game or your Oki game on their wake-up gets very scary. So you do get some, you know, practical situations that can work like this, for example. So I'm going to make him auto-block and wake-up back roll. So let's say I read two options back-to-back. So on hit, I'm going to get this. Standing for medium bomb. That punishes the roll. Now he's going to restand. He's going to block this. That's going to explode. If I'm a little bit further away, obviously that will actually hit him and I'll be able to continue it. Or maybe you just do one back one. I'll try again with just a single back one. So standing for this, dash forward, back two, punish the roll. Restand, medium bomb, back one, it then goes off, and then I throw. Right, you're seeing what I mean, right? Like, you're keeping them blocking, you're always in their head. Any hit can go into another bomb, whether you 4-2 bomb for the restand, whether you do standing 4 bomb, back 2 bomb. As long as the bomb is on the screen and you have frames to move, they are going to be in trouble. And even in the neutral, right, you can do things just as simple as just back 2 off a normal bomb, and that's just something they have to watch out for. And now 4-2's whiffing issues have been adjusted, you're going to be picking that up a lot more often, so just this into this, if it hits, sure, I get a combo, and a block, I'm completely fine. And it's really strong, very strong indeed, especially as like an ender, whether it's going to be for setup, pressure, you name it, you can do it. So the last real important thing to list, I think, are customs, right? So Pressure Bomb is a one-slot move that you can put just about in any build, but there are specific moves that I honestly would recommend you prioritize. My go-to variation is Arsenal, so I can do Tornado and Wind Kick in the air, and I have Skywalker. These two moves together really bring this variation together. It really lets you, everything you've seen me do today, some of it is possible just with the bomb by itself, but a lot of it, you know, to the degree I've shown it, requires this kind of loadout. Because Skywalk is a one-slot move that, you know, it's a launcher by itself. You know, we've all seen the normal Skywalk combos, which are really meter-intensive, where you get a hit, you cancel it, you continue to pick up, right? Like, you use half your bar, a bar of defense, a bar of offense, just to get a hit, which is really good by itself. You then throw Arsenal on top of it, and now instead of using bar to cancel out of it, you can use the air tornado and spend no bar and do that instead. So you lose a bit of damage, but you know, keep a lot of your resources, which makes the Skywalk very meter efficient indeed, as well as letting you do the pressure bomb. The more opportunities you have to hit Skywalk, the more opportunities you have to do this, not that, this, which gives you 4-2s into bomb, which your second bar can go on that, or you can do, you know, end this into standing 4 bomb, back 2 bomb, whatever it is you want to do. If your main launching option, in this case, Skywalk, is more meter efficient, the more bar you're going to have to do this with. Because I have seen some people do as well. I've seen Needle, Pressure Bomb, and Skywalk. So if you are going for Pressure Bomb setups in any way, you're going to be spending a lot of bar. So for example, if you want to end in 4-2 without the Arsenal, you're doing 1 bar, 2 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3-bar, right? And even though that can be good for pressure, you've spent a lot of resources, so you're not going to have an opportunity to do that a lot. Which obviously is not the most meter efficient thing in the world, but it can be done if, you know, if the bar comes back pretty fast, as the defensive bar does from Skywalk, so you will have it again, but it's a lot more you know, meter dependent than not having the arsenal and giving it. I have seen people go for like the special short hop, which if you do see a bomb hit can give you the KB for like a one-time pretty chunky damage payout. You can do like, you know, wind push into pressure bomb. It really just is about how you want to use the bomb, whether you want it as an ender, whether you mainly want it as a setup tool, and whether you want to, you know, do you prefer 4-2 amplify? If you prefer spending bar in it, you might want a more meter efficient build around it. If you never want to spend bar in it, then you don't really need to worry about that as much. So it really comes down to you and what you want to do with it. There are some pretty, you know, swaggy combinations that I won't show in this video just for time, but you can do like air slam, amplify, guarantees a pressure bomb, so you can get some really funky corner combos. But if you really want it for pressure and setup, this is, I mean, this is my variation, and this is the one that I really recommend, because I love this one, and I've by far had the most success with this variation, if pressure bomb is what you're looking for. Now, last and basically least on purpose that I want to show you is pressure bomb on block. Not really a thing that you'll be looking to do, because pretty much every character in the game on a read of this can punish it. But you can do things like back, you know, this string on block into pressure bomb. So back 1-1, the full back 1 string on block into pressure bomb into back 2. Like this is the kind of thing that, against people that don't really know how to fight against pressure bomb, this will work. But it's not something I'd recommend relying on too much, because if they know you're doing this and they move in, you are dead. Like, they will punish you, because in fact, I'll literally just show you. Actually, I'll just take control of Sub-Zero and show you, because it isn't the kind of thing that you need to be a specific character to beat. I'll just show you this now. Yeah, so if you're fast enough, I'm gonna dash up quick. There you go. So all they need is like a relatively long-reaching button of any kind, you know, a reversal charge special, a long-reaching downfall, and they can punish it. But the one thing that might let you get away with this is Fujin's back 1 options are already kind of dangerous as it is, and this kind of bounces off what we were talking before about variants, where if you've got Skywalk and every time you're blocking this, your opponent is worried about this, or, you know, they're worried about you amplifying it to stop them pressing, so maybe you amplify it on the way up, like that. And then, you know, even though it's still -12, if they're trying to punish it straight away, they'll get clipped. If they have enough options, and even like, you know, the crossbow, maybe do straight crossbow, low crossbow. If you have enough options to do off of this on block anyway, and they just aren't ready for the bomb, you might be able to sneak something like this out, right? Like, it's situational, but Fujin has enough options off his back 1 that maybe you can get away with it against certain characters, against certain players that are clearly uncomfortable at dealing with your back 1 options. You know, not really something that I do as much, because I tend to die for it more than it actually works, because, you know, I play players that actually know how to play, which is useful whenever you're trying to learn something new. But it is definitely something worth knowing in case you can get away with it. But anyway, that pretty much brings us on to the end of the video. I do hope this has been educational and helpful to those of you. I've been having a tremendous amount of fun with this. Fujin has definitely been the funnest character I'm enjoying the most right now in the game. And you know, it's just happy to have him played in this new way. I'm a very setup and pressure-heavy player with the characters I like to begin with, so being able to take my favorite character in the game and put this specific way of playing on him with this exact variation, you know, with the Skywalk, with the arsenal, and with the bomb, I really love it, and I hope that you watching enjoy it as well. Let me know if this is working out for you. Let me know if you've got any other uses yourself. Maybe you're using pressure bomb in different ways that I haven't considered. Let me know. Let's talk about it, because this is a very strong character right now, and I would love to see more pressure bomb players cropping up. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time.